What's up, fellow lords of gaming, and welcome back to another episode of Marvel Future Revolution. Today we're going to jump in and talk about squad battle. This is where the game, where the conversation on this channel is going to turn slightly negative, just so you guys are aware. And most of this is going to be predicated upon the fact that squad battle, there's not a lot good about this mode. Let's cut the bullshit right away early on here, and let's talk about what squad battle is. Squad battle is essentially alliance conquest from Marvel Future Fight. Regardless of how you feel about it, Marvel Future Fight is the spiritual predecessor to Marvel Future Revolution. That is just the truth of the matter, however you want to slice it. The problem with this is we essentially bring over and we inherit the same problems that we had with Marvel Future Fight's Alliance Conquest Champions. Alliance Conquest mode. We wanted a mode in there that we can actually engage in and play. Do we get that mode in here? No, we don't. We essentially get a mode where we set a team and we watch that team play. We have no engagement in this other than these are the attack power levels. We don't get to set how the skills are interacting. We don't get to see how the character actually engages in battle, whether or not they're utilizing the skills that we've set for them or anything else like that. We're just at the whim of the computer's AI. So at this point, what you're really trying to fight is the computer's AI use of your character. Not how well you built your character, not how well you know your character, not how well you know your skills or anything. You're at the AI's use of your character. Is the AI utilizing more skills preferred than other skills or not? We can't even see that shit. So we don't even know, like, what skills are they utilizing more? What skills are they utilizing less? How are those skills basically affecting things? Basically, you know, information that's under the hood that we, the players, are then going to have to figure out because we're not playing it. Is it engaging? No, it's not. There's not a whole lot of engaging content basically to be found here. I'm probably going to lose to this team. There's not a lot of engaging content to be had here because all I do in here is I set a team. I set my team, I set my my companions, and off to the races. I can set my attackers, I can set my defenders, and I can pay for teamwork stones if I get those. But the teamwork stones also require me to use potential logs and stuff like that. Well, the logs and extra logs, what fucking extra logs are we really using for potential down here to use? Like, I mean, I don't have a full potentially realized Doctor Strange, and I've been playing the game since Omega Flight last year. Why would I be utilizing any of my potential basically to up on these, these effects? You're also going to be looking at how these effects play into your character, because when you look at your team settings overall, right, I want to be able to be like, yeah, okay, well, let's take a look at what my team is to me and what they mean in terms of what the teamwork is. And this is dog water. Like, this is dog water. This is essentially what this is. I haven't played the game much at all this week, and it's not a really engaging arena contest mode. Like, if Omega War wasn't any engaging to me because of the matchmaking there, and the Dimension Duel was even less engaging to me because of the matchmaking there, I don't know why this would be considered any more engaging to me than any of the other modes. It's just not. It really isn't. I'm just watching characters play on screen, and that's not what I want. What I want is something that should be easy for Marvel Future Revolution devs to give us. And here goes a way that they extend content currently in the game without having to do very much, to be perfectly honest, as a part of them. Give us ungeared PvP. That's all we're asking for. Give us ungeared PvP. Like, straight up is just my character mano-a-mano with another player's character. Their cards and their gear, they don't matter. All I have to worry about is my skill and my specializations and my enhanced potentials for a character, and that's all I need to be concerned with. And if that's all I have to be concerned with, then guess what? Now we can fight on a fair, equal plane, and it just becomes a matter of my technical skill versus your technical skill. You can give us ungeared Alliance Omega War. You can give us ungeared Omega War. You can give us ungeared Dimension Duels. We don't need squad battle. We realistically don't need squad battle. Even worse is that they basically made the game eclipsed in such a way that's really feels really terrible. And what do I mean by that? Okay, so outside of you acquiring the teamwork stones, which is really dirty because the amount that you get for winning versus the amount that you get for losing is like literally 70% lower. So like you're gonna have those who have not always accelerate beyond the people who have, because, or the vice versa, what I just said, because you're creating a gap that's too great to overcome in terms of hurdles. So I want to go back in here as well to show you some more about this mode that's just terrible. So I've been promoted to bronze. Thank you so much. Haven't really played very much this season because this week because I haven't really cared about this mode. So every day you're given 6 of these total battle counts to basically complete, and your rewards are basically given upon this. If I KO'd everybody here, then you know, great. I would have KO'd everybody in this arena, and I would get extra points for having KO'd everyone here. Now, here goes the even worse part about this, right? I can refresh this count to the tune of 5. They go up and they go up. So let's see what it is. I didn't realize they were going to go up and up. So I, as a player, can basically utilize crystals in this game to purchase more battle counts, right? So let's see what they are. So 50 for the first one, 150 for the second. So we're at 200 crystals. 300. So we're at 600. Wait a minute. We're at 500 crystals for the third count. Fourth count, we're at 800 crystals. Fifth count, we're at literally 1550. Now we're at 2600. Now we're at, what is that? I'm bad. 4,000. Now we're at 5,800. Oh my God. So basically 5,800 crystals. So now we're at 5,822. What is that? I'm so bad. I'm at 60, 82, whatever. 8,000. Now we're at like almost 10,750 crystals, or a little close to like 11,000 to 12,000 crystals, basically to purchases. Now I can't see even the most whale of whales. Let me not say that, because God, they will surprise me. I can't see the dolphins. I can't see anybody essentially being able to do this other than the whales, right? So, but they're able to extend their battle count. I just told you guys that basically the rewards, right? So we go inside here. This is the current ranking. This is the reward list. So this is what you're battling for. 1,800 crystals at rank 1, and then 1,000 of these teamwork stones, and then 6,000 of squad battle tokens inside the shop, right? So here goes the bad part about this, is that when we look at the rewards for the event, we're basically looking at how we're getting capped. So this is the reward info right now. So victory for us is basically about 9 of these teamwork stones, whereas opposed to a defeat is 3. So we're literally at like 30% to the victory tally, and we get 4 for a draw. I don't know how the fuck you finish out of 4 for a draw. 36 is the grade achieve, and then if we KO everybody in the zone, it's 60, right? So here goes the problem with this, is that I'm already at a deficit to the whale player or to the player that's ahead, because I'm literally have to overcome a 60%, 66% gap in terms of what you have available to you, because that means that you're able to go inside your team settings, and inside these teamworks, you're more than likely going to be able to facilitate purchasing some of these bonuses and boosts that are going to help get you over the hurdle more than they are for me. And me trying to overcome that is going to be a long shot if I'm not paying out of my pocket or have the ability to pay out of my pocket. You see what I'm saying? So it's bad in just that alone. But then you create an additional layer of hurdle, because you say that I'm getting 6 as a free-to-play player, but a whale who's just absolutely choosing the whale can spend almost 12,000 crystals in terms of basically just getting additional battle counts for themselves, so that way they can overcome even that, which is just going to help them climb up the rankings, right? Because if I'm only able to do 6 a day because I'm not paying into that system, then I only have but so many that I'm going to be able to do, right? You see what I'm saying? Like I'm at bronze 1, right? So I'm going to basically receive bronze 1 rewards for the week or whatever, and then I'm going to roll into next week or whatever, and I'll probably climb a little bit higher. But the climb is basically going to be predicated upon how many of those fucking events I can do per week. You're able to do 16 while I'm able to do 6. if you're a paying person, if you're a whale, right? So we go into the pay to win standard basically at the highest level that you could possibly have at this point, because if you pay, you're essentially 66% ahead of me, and I'm trying to overcome a 66% gap between the two of us when we start the race. Like, so let's say it's a 100-yard dash, and I start at the back line. You know, I start at the blocks. You get to start literally 60 yards in, and I've got to overcome that 60 yards just to break even. So I got to hope you're so bad and you're so slow that you can't make up 40 yards before I close the gap on 60 yards. That's ridiculous. Like, that's insane. But that's what we're looking at. It's pay to win to the extreme, and it's pay to win for an automated mode. So there's not going to be a whole lot of interest in terms of people playing it, because how much shit is automated already inside here, right? It's terrible. I don't like it. It's really just a bad mode overall, and it's just one of those things that, like, in this update, it becomes so cringe. It just, like, had this been removed from the update, I think that you would have had like a perfect 10 out of 10 update in terms of the Wolverine update. But with this included, I feel like you fall off by like 2 to 3 points. So you get like a 7 out of 10 because A, we get a game mode that we can't actually really play. We don't actually really invest in. And we really see the pay to win standards of what you guys as a developer are throwing. So it creates confusion in us because we just see all the good stuff that you just did inside of the PvE environment, even in the for the character and stuff like that, and for the mall, and then we see this and you're like, okay, so you guys aren't learning, or you are learning? Because it seemed like you were learning because you built a better character in Wolverine than you built in some time, but then we see squad battle and you're like, I don't feel like you're learning. Maybe this was just temporary, and maybe the Wolverine was a fluke. So anyways, so now I want to pay attention, and we're going to come over here and look at the token shop, because I want to, there is a token shop where you get those squad battle tokens, right? And you're able to purchase some pretty decent items, I suppose, inside of here. So let's take a look at what those are, right? So first up, core slot changes, right? Color changes are available inside here. The core booster essences are available inside here. Companion upgrade material selection boxes, draw ticket selection boxes, and then we get potential reports, some teamwork stones, convergiums, and some gold supply. The convergium and the gold supply are just like, why are those even included in here? Throw them shits out to the trash. The teamwork stones obviously are going to help you, especially if you're very serious about this and you want to play at the upper echelons, then you'll purchase these. The same for the potential reports, even if you're not utilizing the potential reports for the squad rank mode, which is what I suggest you don't do, but I suggest you probably purchase these so that way you can get out ahead of the game and play those. Your draw ticket selection boxes and stuff inside here as well. You get 3 per squad per week, so that's a total of 4,500 of these tokens basically to get the max amount of draw ticket selections. The companion upgrade materials, not a bad inclusion in there. You basically get crystals, special companion skill cards, or XP cards inside here. Not bad. I'd stay the fuck away from core boosters. Even the color slot changes, I don't really think that, I don't know. The core slot changer system is just kind of weird. I'd rather just get the badge and just roll it as it is. But so basically inside the shop, not necessarily bad rewards. The potential reports are highly beneficial, obviously, because it's an additional way for you to get potential inside this game that you constantly need, and you need so much potential in order to progress. So the rewards I can't necessarily complain about too much, but basically I'm just like, why? It's so much easier if you just gave us what we wanted and what we needed. What we need, and I hope that you guys are listening, I hope that this somehow makes it, what we need is for this right here, Omega War, have an ungeared Omega War mode. Dimension tools, have an ungeared Dimension Dual Zone. That means remove the comic cards, remove the gear, and let this be down to your potential, your progress in your player, your potential, excuse me guys, sorry, your potential, your skills versus my potential and my skills and my specializations, and we'll meet in the middle, and we'll see who actually knows their character, and where this doesn't come down to simply your CP power or your combat power versus my combat power, your raw numbers versus my raw numbers. You know, like, let's make it about that. How about we do that instead? You know what I mean? Like, how about that's where we get it? How about this not become such a pay to win scenario? How about Alliance Omega War has a unranked, ungeared and geared version of it, so that way your free to play players and your small whales and stuff like that can jump in on the fun there, and if they desire to, you know, as they're building their characters, to dip their foot in these waters, then they can. How about we do that? I mean, I understand you probably don't have the player base right now because of all the missteps in the game over the year, but how about we do that? I think that'd be a better way to go. 7 Deadly Sins implemented to great success. I thought it was the greatest thing in there because I can jump inside ungeared PvP, and I actually felt like when I was playing PvP, there was a challenge there because I was playing against people who had to have skill, equal or lesser skill than I did, and that's what it was based around, the skill of knowing the character. Then we could get a better summation of what skills are and are not good, what skills are and are not usable in these modes, what of these characters was actually developed, as opposed to, you know, do you need to nerf these characters because they're so far performing outside the venue of what these other people are, because you're looking at a character that's 3.3 million power versus a character that's 1.2 million. That's what we need in this game. And that's a way to extend more content in the game without and, you know, satisfy players without having to extend content, because how hard is it for you to make an ungeared PvP mode? I mean, we essentially have the coding right here in Spec Ops, because Spec Ops is supposed to be, you know, it's supposed to be all of us at a raw level, right? We're all at 100. We're at the, you know, the stats of 100 for the characters without gear, and our gear doesn't matter and stuff like that. That's what that is, right? Because otherwise I'd be ripping through freaking squad special op mode, special dog water mode is what I like to call it, right? That's what we need. This squad battle mode is implemented as it is, and it's just trash. Like I looked at it this week and I was like, I couldn't bring myself to actually play it. And the reason why I couldn't do that is because I wanted to deliver you guys good content based on the quality of some of the other moves that they made, and I didn't want my review of Squad Battle to paint this update as anything less than a stellar update. But this is the truth of the matter, is that this is a part of the update, and it's a part that should have been just left off. It should have literally just been tossed to the side. So essentially, the number of PvP modes in the game, or, you know, rather the whale modes that we have in the game, have extended to just as many as modes that we have inside PvE as well, because Training Grounds, you can list that underneath PvE, but that's really just a simulator, so that way you can flesh out and add ways for me to pay to get to the next level. So essentially, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 modes inside the game that are PvE focused and related, and then I got 4 modes now that are PvP focused and related. And realistically, these are pretty much all the same goddamn thing anyways, right? So it's just kind of weird in that, right? Like Alliance Omega War and Alliance, it's just weird, guys. This is something that wasn't needed. Squad battle mode was not something needed. It's something that wasn't needed inside freaking Marvel Future Fight, and we're like, can we get a better mode, and can we get a revamp of it that we asked for a year ago in surveys and we didn't get? And now you're employing the same standards of stuff and just calling it different shit inside of this, in this game. Let's not revisit the same mistakes that we have from Marvel Future Fight and just rehash them here in this game with a better graphics engine on it. Like, let's not do that. That's basically what I'm saying. So I'm sorry, guys, but it is what it is. Let me know in the comment section how you feel about Squad Battle. What is that you think about it? It's just another mode for me to click through, and now I've got to wait on this or whatever. Like, you could have just put something. The battle. Here goes the bad part. Is like, I remember when there was an article that came out from the Destiny team. Like, if you play Destiny, there was that article that came out from the Destiny team not too long ago, and they were like, almost 90% of the battles that, you know, are in PvP, the Crucible, literally are won before the game mode even starts. We know who the victors are before the game even begins. That's essentially what we have inside Marvel Future Revolution with the game modes. 90% of these battles, the PvP wars inside here are literally decided literally like before the game mode even started. You know, at the onset of the skills. The matchmaking is so bad. The skill-based content is so bad that it's literally mostly down to just raw power and your wallet that is just that identifiable to be able to like, nah, bro, you are just way ahead and there's no way I'm going to be able to catch up to you. Like, I'm looking at this Spider-Man over here. He's at 1.265 power or something like that. What has he got? Increased dodge rate by 25%. Ignoring the max limit for 1 second, increase next skill damage by 7, increases max damage by 2.8. That's nice. I like that team info. That's a pretty decent build. Let's see what I got here. It recovers HP every second, absorbs 1.4, and then we got increased dodge rate by, so like it recovers HP by 0.36 every second. Like, having Doctor Strange on your team is a fucking waste of time, basically. Increased dodge rate by 24%, ignore max limit for 1 second every 7 seconds, absorbs 1.4. So okay, those are better, right? Like, but you see what I'm saying with these abilities? Like, this is ridiculous. Ah, wow. Yeah, okay, so that's a squad battle, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I'll probably play it more next week just to get the rewards. It's crystal rewards setting inside there. Like I said, so you really can't complain about that because everybody's receiving some level of crystals depending on where you rank in the week. So like, I'll get 45 crystals and 200 of these squad battle tokens. It is what it is. I'm not exactly ecstatic about it, but I'm not ecstatic about any of the PvP modes in this game. We need unranked, ungeared PvP. Let's get that in that Marvel. Until next time, guys, peace.